roofs are very different and the mounting of PV systems has to be flexible. In other cases, it has to be fast. How do you enable all roofs for PV? You learn now. Welcome to the booth of Novotegra. On my side, I welcome Mr. Marc Uhland. He heads the product management, product development of Novotegra. And Mr. Uhland, the mounting of PV systems has to be faster and faster. And you have a new system. And how do you fasten the installation?
Yes, in fact, especially for big flat roof projects where there is a lot of installation time involved, the mounting systems need to be installed as efficient as possible. And how did we do with this? We got rid of the rail cutting. So with our new system, we have a modular system with different components which you can just click together. You don't have to cut and reconnect them on the installation side, but it's just clicking in the different parts together to make a rail. So I have this edge closer set. I click it into the base element. Then I click in a connector set. So there I can put the next module. There comes the next base element. Then the connector set. And so I can build up my system modularly.
You have some marks here for the different module sizes?
No, the module size can be defined over the holes here inside the base element. Depending on in which hole I click, I have the different module widths. And these marks here are the position of the supports. So in our old systems, you had to measure the position of the supports. With the new system, you have it marked already on the base element, and you just have to click it in here in this position. So no more cutting rails, no more measuring of the components. That's the big advantage.
Yeah. And mounting without any tools?
Mounting without any tools until it comes to the modules. When you mount the modules, you need 8mm for the screwdriver. And that's our standard clamp that we also use in our pitched roof systems. So if the customer already buys our tile roof system, for example, or the short rails, he can use the same clamp in the flat roof free system.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And do you have to fix anything to make it stable?
Yes, this connection here has to be fixed via this device here. So you just click that on the base element, and the connection is secured, so nothing can happen.
To press outside and so on. Huh?
Exactly.
And what is this?
That's just the bearing for the surface. Yeah. So with this we bring the load of the system to the surface. Mm-hmm. And also it's in terms of transport, it's a transport securement, because like this, the connector can go. Okay. It's very unstable, but if you put this here, you have a stability for transport.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and in other cases, the mounting has to be flexible, and for that you have your common system for flat roofs.
Yes, exactly. We have the flat roof 2 system. It will not be stopped because we have flat roof 3. They will be together in the same portfolio because everything can be taken for a different case. For example, the flat roof 2 is a good solution if you have a very weak insulation, because you have a lot of surface that you bring to the roof. And therefore we also did some development here, and we made it combinable with some fall protection systems. Yeah, we have here a fall protection system with a rail, which is from the company Innotec in Austria, and we have a fall protection system with a rope, which is from the firma Repa in Switzerland. And depending on what the customer likes to have, on which solution he wants to take, he can choose these two options together with our flat roof 2 system.
There are no requirements.
There are some requirements, but it has to be checked individually, of course. The fall protection is connected to our base trough over this device, and like this, the system with its ballast will hold the person in case somebody falls down the roof.
Mm-hmm. Okay, safety first. Safety is very important. And but you have also introduced a system for green roofs 2 years ago, and now I heard you have some developments. Shall we have a look at this?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So the green roof, you have some developments made on this system. What is new?
Exactly. Yeah, you know already our green roof system. We presented it already in the last Intersolar, but we did some redesign, some further development to improve the system. And what we did is we redesigned the supports of the system. First of all, you can now carry them very easily on the installation side. You can carry easily two supports. They are also better stackable on the pallets, so it's also in terms of logistics an improvement. And last but not least, we made a connection to our standard C-rail. So this means the customer can now use our standard C-rail, which he knows already, which he buys already from the tile roof system, from all the other pitched roof systems. He can now also use it for the green roof system. He can put the cables inside, and it's also flexible because we have different strengths of the C-rail. So according to the load situation in place, he can choose the different rail. So he has the optimum cost price performance level.
So you can choose any load situations.
Exactly. He can adapt the rail to the load situation in place, and like this he can optimize the system cost.
And you said about the tile system, you have also something for the pitched roof, and maybe we have a look for that. Okay, here we are on the pitched roof system, and what is special for the pitched roof system for novotegra?
For the pitched roof system, our specialty is our special hook. It has a very fancy geometry because all the other competitors look quite different, but because of its geometric form, it brings in the load very centrically to the base profile, and therefore it's very stable. Also, it's adjustable in 3 ways, so I'm very flexible in terms of what tile is there, what button is there, up to different situations on the roof. And I can also levelize my C-rail on top of the hook, because I don't always have very even roofs, but sometimes the roofs goes like this, and then you can also have a very even system on the roof. Yeah. And on top of that roof hook, we placed the same rail as we have just seen in the green roof system, so you can use it as a cable channel. We have the same clamps, so very many components can be used over different systems. It's all available in blank or black. And if the customer doesn't like the clamping system, we also have an option for him, which is our insertion system. Here the modules are just inserted into the profile. So it doesn't have to be screwed on every module, no fixation, but only really laying the module into the rail.
Okay. Yeah, and more stable too.
From stability, they're both the same requirements, but this is also more for the aesthetic persons. So if the end customer wants to have a very aesthetic installation, a black insertion rail and full black modules will be the right solution for him.
Yeah. Mr. Uhland, thank you very much for the very deep informations and the interesting systems. And if you want to hear more about novotegra systems or want to have contact, look at the website.